Welcome to Who Woke the Bear, and today's bear is none other than billionaire philanthropist and tech mogul Elon Musk.
This had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
But
Go f*** yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
Elon Musk is no stranger to controversy, but his war against woke culture might be his most explosive battle yet. He calls it a mind virus, even going as far as saying it's a threat to civilization itself. To him, woke culture is more than just political. It's anti-meritocratic, stifles free speech, and in Musk's view, even wants to make comedy illegal. In this video, we're going to recap on some of Elon's most outspoken moments. And if you are new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, here's a quick ask to hit that subscribe button for more celebrity controversial recaps. Thanks! Since taking over X, formerly Twitter, he's been on a mission to fight back, calling out what he sees as a rigid, unforgiving ideology that punishes anyone who dares to think differently. But does Musk have a point, or is he just stirring the pot?
I mean, you have talked about this woke mind virus.
Yes.
In really apocalyptic terms.
Yeah.
You should explain why you don't think it's hyperbole to say things like it's pushing civilization towards suicide. First of all, what is the woke mind virus? And if we don't deal with this, nothing else can get done. Tell me why you think that.
I think we need to be very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic and anything that is that results in the suppression of free speech.
Elon Musk has been vocal about his disdain for what he calls the woke mind virus, seeing it as a threat to both free speech and meritocracy. Musk argues that this ideological trend, which he equates to cancel culture, suppresses open dialogue and punishes those who question or challenge prevailing views. To him, it's more than just a political stance. It's a movement that risks pushing civilization towards self-destruction.
Even the questioning is bad. Another way to almost synonymous would be cancel culture. And obviously people have tried to cancel you many times.
Many times.
Yeah, I mean...
Every week.
Yeah.
So, what is this woke mind virus? In Musk's view, it's an anti-meritocratic and anti-free speech ideology. He believes it values groupthink over individual achievement and prevents people from freely expressing their ideas. Those who dare to deviate from the norm often find themselves at the mercy of public shaming and social media mobs, resulting in the cancellation of their reputations and careers. Musk himself has faced numerous attempts at cancellation, which only seem to reinforce his resolve. Proponents of woke culture, like Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, often frame cancel culture as accountability. They argue that individuals who are canceled are simply being held responsible for their actions. However, critics like Douglas Murray highlight a key difference. Accountability involves dialogue and the chance to explain, while cancellation aims to end the conversation altogether. The latter seeks to strike fear into those who might dare to express dissent, effectively silencing them.
You said he wants to erode the very fabric of civilization and Soros hates humanity. Like, when you do something like that, do you
I think that's true. That's my opinion.
Okay, but why share it? Why share it? Especially, why share it when people who buy Teslas may not agree with you, advertisers on Twitter may not agree with you? Why not just say, hey, I think this. You can tell me, we can talk about it over there, you can tell your friends, but why share it widely?
I mean, this is freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say what I want.
You absolutely are, but I'm trying to understand why you do, because you have to know it's got it puts you in the middle of the partisan divide in the country. It makes you a lightning rod for criticism. I mean, do you like that?
Musk's battle with woke culture underscores a broader conflict: the defense of free speech in the face of ideological conformity. In his eyes, protecting free speech is essential for the survival of open societies. He urges people to stand firm in the face of cancel culture and to find allies across the political spectrum who value free expression and open dialogue. Musk's perspective is that the real antidote to the woke mind virus lies in supporting businesses and institutions that prioritize these freedoms. The stakes are high. Musk warns that if we fail to challenge cancel culture, we risk losing the foundation of our democratic society, the free exchange of ideas. One of Musk's major concerns is that woke culture operates under the guise of accountability, but is, in reality, a system of punitive control. He points to cancel culture as an extension of this ideology, where individuals are publicly shamed and ostracized for expressing views that diverge from the accepted narrative. According to Musk, this kind of social enforcement not only damages personal reputations, but also stifles innovation by creating an environment where people are afraid to speak their minds.
What I have done is I have created a PAC or super PAC, whatever you want to call it, which I simply call it the America PAC. And
you want to tell everybody who's listening what a PAC is? Because people
it's a political action committee.
Yeah.
It's an organization, it's a legal entity that can receive funding. That funding can then be used to help with political campaigns.
Yep.
Musk's creation of the America PAC is a testament to his commitment to meritocratic views. Through this political action committee, he aims to promote the principles that he believes have historically made America successful: freedom, individualism, and merit-based progress. By focusing on these core values, Musk hopes to encounter what he views as the divisive nature of woke ideologies like diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. He sees DEI initiatives as thinly veiled attempts at enforcing quotas and group identity over individual skill and hard work.
You can donate money directly to candidates. That amount is fairly small.
Yeah.
And you can donate a lot more money to a political action committee or a super PAC. There are various rules that govern the operation of PACs and super PACs, but it certainly allows for a lot more money in the system than would otherwise be possible. And these are used, to be clear, on the Democrat and Republican side.
The tech mogul has also been critical of the Biden administration, particularly on policies he views as contradictory and unfair. For instance, he's spoken out about a lawsuit against SpaceX for allegedly failing to hire asylum seekers, a legal bind that Musk argues exemplifies the inconsistencies and bureaucratic overreach that woke culture promotes. He believes that such policies undermine both business and personal freedoms, pushing America towards a future where government control and ideological purity override practicality and fairness. Musk's stance is clear: to preserve a society that values innovation and freedom, the woke culture must be challenged and dismantled.
Working on some of those problems, but the problem of wokeness specifically, you mentioned that's like a mind virus and it's destructive. And why do you think wokeness is so destructive?
I'd be interested in your opinions too. But, generally, I think we should be aiming for like a positive society, and, that it should be okay to be humorous.
Elon Musk then goes on to give the example of woke versus comedy nowadays.
We should wokeness basically wants to make comedy illegal, which is not cool.
We've experienced a little bit of that.
I mean, Chappelle, what the
flower bed.
I mean, try to shut down Chappelle? Come on, man, that's crazy. So do we want a humorless society that is simply rife with condemnation and hate, basically?
Musk's concern is that woke culture fosters a society where humor and open dialogue are stifled. He references the backlash faced by comedians like Dave Chappelle, arguing that woke culture is on a path to make comedy illegal. He believes that prioritizing ideological purity over free expression, wokeness creates a society devoid of humor, forgiveness, and understanding. Musk warns that such a culture is inherently divisive, encouraging condemnation rather than dialogue, and pushing people into rigid boxes based on their beliefs. At its core, Musk sees woke culture as exclusionary and even hateful, offering people a way to justify his cruelty under the guise of virtue. For him, the term woke has come to represent a form of ideological armor that allows people to be judgmental and self-righteous, wielding their beliefs as a shield for meanness. In this way, Musk contends that wokeness is less about justice and more about controlling others' behaviors and thoughts, which he finds particularly dangerous.
At its heart, wokeness is divisive, exclusionary, and hateful. It basically gives mean people a reason. It gives them a shield to be mean and cruel, armored in false virtue. What do you think?
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously seen that from the left, just ourselves. The left is almost this religion now, where they're so serious and they believe what they believe with such intensity that for us to make fun of them, for them it's like you're making fun of God or salvation, So they're almost the new religious right, in our view.
Yeah.
Musk and others argue that woke culture operates much like a strict religion, where questioning or making light of its tenets is seen as sacrilege. For Musk, the fight against woke culture is about defending the freedom to laugh, create, and disagree without fear of retribution. He advocates for a society that values open-mindedness, humor, and resilience. Ultimately, Musk believes that to move forward, society must reject wokeness and embrace a culture that celebrates individual freedom and merit.
Since purchasing X, you've become more political. Is there a part of you that regrets that?
Have I?
In this battle to sort of counterweigh the woke that comes from
I guess
San
if you
Francisco?
consider fighting the woke mind virus, which I consider to be a civilizational threat, to be political, then yes.
So basically going into the battleground of politics. I mean, is there a part of you that regrets that?
Yes, I don't know if this is necessarily sort of one candidate or another candidate, but it's I'm generally against things that are anti-meritocratic or where there's an attempt to suppress discussion, where even discussing a topic is, not allowed.
Since purchasing X, formerly Twitter, Musk has been even more vocal about his views, describing wokeness as a rebranded form of communism that threatens open discourse and societal progress. He sees this cultural trend as a civilizational threat that undermines the values of meritocracy and free speech.
The woke mind virus is communism rebranded.
Well, I mean, that said, because of that battle against the woke mind virus, you're perceived as being right-wing.
If the woke is left, then I suppose that would be true. But I'm not sure. I think there are aspects of the left that are good. I mean, if you're in favor of, the environment, or, if you want to have a positive future for humanity, if you believe in empathy for your fellow human beings, being kind and not cruel, whatever those values are.
While Musk acknowledges that some traditional left-wing values, like environmentalism and empathy, are important, he argues that modern woke culture has veered too far from these principles. Musk's stance on woke culture has inevitably led him to being perceived as more right-wing, though he describes himself as socially left of center and economically right of center. His criticism is not necessarily directed at any particular political party, but rather at the broader trend of ideological conformity and suppression of speech. He has expressed a desire for more camaraderie, humor, and good vibes in online spaces, suggesting that society would benefit from a more open-minded and less judgmental approach to discourse.
You said that you were previously left or center-left. What would you like to see in order for you to consider voting for Democrats again?
No, I would say that I would be probably left of center on social issues, probably a little bit right of center on economic issues.
And that still holds true.
Yes, but I think that's probably, half the country. Isn't that?
Maybe more.
Maybe more.
In Musk's eyes, the battle against the woke mind virus is essential to preserving a society that values free thought and individual merit. By advocating for open debate and merit-based recognition, he hopes to steer society away from ideological rigidity and toward a future grounded in fairness and freedom. And that's it from Elon Musk for now. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.